Hi, it's Claire Simo here from the BBC. I am here at the BME in Liverpool at the launch of the Liverpool International Song Contest. We are going to be crossing live to Nashville. So come on everyone, let's come together!
Come together right now to Tennessee.
Good afternoon, Liverpool, and good morning to Nashville. And welcome, everyone, for the road to Nashville. We are going to be here for about the next half hour or so, and we're going to be linking up with Nashville. My name is Claire Simo, and I'm your Liverpool host for this afternoon. And I'm absolutely delighted, after doing the very first Liverpool International Song Contest, that we are going to be back here for 2022. Now, come on a minute. They want to hear you in Nashville. I said for 2022. Now then, before we cross to Nashville, I want to bring somebody onto the stage who, without him, I think that the work of him and somebody else we're going to be speaking to very, very soon, this would never happen. I would like you to give a huge welcome here at the BME to the wonderful Dan Zander.
How are you doing, Claire? Thank you.
Now then, we look at last year. We were in the Cavern. It was the first year. You were overwhelmed by the public support, by the interest that you got in it. How does this feel now to be stood on the stage?
Do you know what? It really is incredible. The song contest, which we started with TUFF Music, was all about supporting youth, young writers, young musicians, young artists. And the focus has always been on sort of mental health and really supporting disadvantaged and sort of vulnerable youth out there. So to be able to create this platform, to give them, to be able to launch their own music, to work with them in the workshops, to build confidence, to focus with a team of psychologists to really help their mental health as well. It's just fantastic. And to be working with now Liverpool City Council and Nashville City Council and having a global project, it is amazing. Really, really proud.
Did you ever even dream it would get this far?
I didn't, to be honest, no, and it really has been difficult. Obviously, last year being the pilot, season 1, we worked with some incredible partners, the likes of the Cavern Club, the Neudart Songwriting Retreat, Strawberry Fields, Lipper, and without those guys, we really couldn't have got here either. But now it seems to be going to a new level, and that's what it's about. It's about creating a platform that can showcase and give exposure to artists.
I mean, do you think how much of a year, we don't want to dwell on it too much, but obviously the pandemic, when we all know how much it affected the industry, how do you think it felt for those artists to be able to then, at the end of it, having written something that meant so much to them, to perform on the Cavern stage? How do you think that felt?
It was amazing, and to fly artists in internationally was mind-blowing, to be honest with you. And it's artists that come from disadvantaged backgrounds, and a lot of them couldn't actually believe they got that opportunity. And they really did put on an incredible final, the Cavern Club. So a massive thank you again to those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and before we go any further, can you just let us know how people can enter this year? If you can give people a link to enter this year.
Yeah, sure. If people want to enter this year's contest, if they go to www.tuff, that's tuff.earth, / I feel like a presenter here, the road to Nashville.
I tell you what, he's taking my job, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, Dan, it's great to have you here, and obviously going to be hearing loads more from you, but we're going to try and have our first live link up to Nashville, aren't we?
Yeah, after we do a quick promotion, otherwise I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, go on,
we're just going to see the quick promo. Guys, this is a quick promo about the charity who really have kind of led this, working in collaboration with Liverpool City Council and our partners. So this is a quick video that just outlines the work that TUFF do internationally.
Switch on the news or scroll through your social media. Is positive news fathomable anymore? Fear, hate, division, and dislike are like a tsunami that is causing boundless destruction, Do you know loneliness and mental health are the biggest killers in the world? The COVID-19 pandemic has intensified this negativity. Lockdowns, isolation, recession, poverty. Things are only getting tougher and worse. But there is hope. An idea which started from the back streets of London, which has reached the coastlines of Australia, to the valleys of Kashmir, the shanty towns of Uganda, the geysers of Iceland, right across the Atlantic to the Rockies in the USA and Canada, has now become a beacon of light and kindness by a global organization called TUFF Earth. We are a bridge for community sectors, organizations, and governments. We have been rebuilding social integration and global community cohesion since 2011 and have started a global campaign to turn COVID-19 into #Kind20. We are developing initiatives that share and promote the outstanding stories of kindness through social media. We are forming an international volunteer force to help the elderly and have begun a new revolutionary concept of the capital of kindness, to find the planet's kindest city. We have been engaging the youth through sports, music, arts, and sharing stories of their inspiring acts of kindness and awarding them with Kind20 champion badges. We are bringing kindness back into the fabric of our society. It will reduce isolation amongst the most vulnerable, improve well-being and emotional resilience. With your support, we can make it happen. Every support you give will become a ripple of kindness and will spread and inspire millions of our global society together as one. We can make the world a better, kinder place. Nobody owns kindness. However, we are all part of the kindness family. Come on and join us.
No graceful way of getting on a stage, is there, this girl? Not in heels anyway. Now, let us know last year as well. We were talking about being mind blown by things, but how many entries you got, Dan?
Well, last year we had 1,500 entries come into the contest from, I think it was 28 countries around the world. And as we were talking about sort of people from underprivileged backgrounds, you know, as a producer based in the Motor Museum studio in Liverpool, there are a lot of artists that kind of come to me and are kind of desperate to get in the studio and record. And there's a lot of artists who can't afford it. So this is why those 1,500 artists, we tried to feature as many as possible. And obviously 25 got through to the semi-finals and only 10 reached the final in the Cavern. But obviously this year, the 10 finalists are all going to be flown out to Nashville, paid for, accommodation, everything. So I'm really, really excited to see who those 10 finalists are going to be.
I think the great thing about last year as well, with obviously being down at the Cavern for the final, was that there were so many different types of music, wasn't there? It wasn't just, you know, so many different genres, so many different stories, so many different reasons why people were there. I mean, even our winner James, who's here, you're going to see performing, he's had since then over 1 million streams on YouTube, hasn't he? And it's
1 million streams. I mean,
incredible.
Since winning the contest, I mean, he's incredible. He really is. And James has got his own story, and you know, that's what it's all about. It's about artists. It's about empowering artists and creative people, and really focusing on what I think has become a pandemic of mental health.
Yeah, and alongside with that, it's also so great for the charity as well, worldwide, to be able to have so much recognition for the things that it does to change people's lives, doesn't it?
It really does. And without, you know, the likes of Liverpool City Council, I mean, we're talking about the kindest city. I mean, obviously I'm biased being from the area, but I think Liverpool has got to be the kindest city for me. So yeah, you better bring it on, Nashville. You know, but in all seriousness, I think Liverpool is an incredibly kind city, and you know, 2 music centres of the world coming together to support people with mental health is just fantastic.
Definitely. We all think back to that song, don't we? Heart as big as Liverpool. And it is so true, isn't it? It really is. Now, I am going to cross over now live to Nashville, aren't I? To the co-founder of TUFF. We spoke to him last night, didn't we? He was even more excited than us, and that says a lot, wasn't it? He was like screeching down the phone. So we are hoping that he's going to be there. We'll step to the side for a moment. Dr. Shemenda Talwar, are you there? He's striding on. Give him a big Liverpool cheer.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Daniel. The human spirit is far more powerful than any drug in the world. And that's what needs to be nourished with work, play, family, and friendship. The simplest and most beautiful things of life. I welcome Liverpool. I give a big hug to Nashville for embracing this incredibly important global music project that has a unique infrastructure to support every single musician and songwriter on this planet. And it couldn't be done without Liverpool and now Nashville, the music city of the planet. How has this journey started? How is it from Liverpool to the road to Nashville? Well, 8 weeks ago, I came with a dream. And it was a dream, it was a thought to basically say, I didn't know anybody in this town except for our head of operations there, Siobhan Kennedy, who's also a fellow Scouser, as they say, or a Liverpudlian. And together, we built an army of kindness. We met our champion, Jeff Syracuse, of the council, of Nashville Council, who supported us and made sure that this dream became a reality. We met Heather Middleton. We met Dina Ivey. It was incredible moments. We met Joe and Linda Chambers, who came forward. We met Chris Cobb from the Exit Inn. And they said, you know what? We want to be part of this. We want to be part of this army of kindness, because Nashville is a very kind place and it has a huge heart. Huge heart. Now, how is this different from many song contests? Well, I'll tell you. The song contest is just a blanket. The submission forms are very clear. When you submit your songs, every songwriter and musician will have the opportunity to speak to a life coach or a psychologist in their locality, anywhere in the world. As Daniel mentioned, we had 1,500 entries, but we had also had 20,000 submissions. The entries went forward. We had 20,000 submissions. Out of that, 600 asked last year for support. We were helping people from Uganda, from Mozambique, from Australia, from Malaysia, Canada, obviously from the United States and England and Europe. And we gave them 3 free sessions. We found a psychologist, we found a life coach in their locality, in their country, in their city, in their town to support them. And now with the support of the whole amazing family of Nashville, we will help many, many thousands more. So once again, I thank everybody of Nashville. Thank you for embracing us. Thank you for making us family. And I pass it back to Claire. Claire, Daniel.
Shamenda, how does it feel to know this is finally going ahead? I know that your enthusiasm is never ending for it. And to think that this October that is going to be happening, how does it feel?
Well, it's like I said, the dream has become a reality. The reality has to come forward, and then the army of kindness is moving forward. And the more we build the army of kindness, more people around the world, more musicians and songwriters will be supported. And if, like I said, when you save a life, it's bigger than $1 million.
Did you ever expect it to come this far? We looked at the Cavern last year, and we were literally met up a few days later, didn't we? And we were still buzzing with the idea, all of us, and to think that this is going to happen even bigger and better, not just an amazing opportunity for the artist musically, but to travel, to have that experience of going to Nashville. It's almost life-changing, isn't it? It's an experience they are never going to forget.
Well, the great thing is, it had to be Nashville. It had to be, the road had to come. If you remember, in 1964, 4 boys came from Liverpool with hope, equality, love, and peace. And they changed the world. Once again, in 2022, Liverpool is coming to Nashville, and this time we'll spread the message together of hope, equality, love, and peace. So I think that's really important. And I'd like to thank, obviously, God, my parents, but the Beatles, of course, but John Lennon. John Lennon, because this whole song contest started on his 80th birthday. John's message of spreading love and peace and kindness we all know about. So John, if you're listening out there, thank you. Thank you so much. So much.
I think you've got a huge round of applause in Liverpool as well, Shamenda. Huge round of applause. Now then, I believe you've got somebody over there that you'd like to bring to the stage and introduce to us.
Yes, I do. I have someone incredibly special who believed in us. And I remember meeting us for the first time. We were taking photographs, and she said, you know what, get closer. Let's just get closer like family. And we took a photograph together. We gave a big hug. I'd like to now introduce the president of the Nashville CVC, Dina Ivey, an incredibly kind and wonderful woman. Dina.
Thank you. Never met such a kind man. Thank you, Dr. Talwar, and thank you for the important work that you're doing and bringing this opportunity to Nashville. It's the perfect place for it. We always say Nashville is such a family. And you're right, I'm so glad that you felt that the minute that you came here. I want to thank Joe and Linda Chambers for hosting us today in this beautiful Musicians Hall of Fame, which is one of the greatest assets of this city, and we're so happy to be here. Today's a perfect day to kick this off because British Airways is restarting their nonstop flight from London to Nashville. So we're happy about that. Been waiting for that. You know, Nashville's known worldwide as Music City, and the songwriters really are our heart and soul of this creative culture that we have here. Nashville, we always say, it all begins with a song. So we are so honored to partner with our friends in Liverpool and to bring awareness to mental health and the needs in our community and songwriters worldwide. As we all know, the events of the last 2 years has been trying for everyone, and it's never been a more important time to bring awareness and opportunities with mental health. We're grateful to be part of this collaboration and this meaningful experience that we're about to embark on. It's not only about the music, it is about the kindness, it's about helping others. And our music community is so important to us, and the music community around the world is important to us. And to have this for Nashville to be a part of this and have the road to Nashville for all these songwriters that can be helped but also create more great music for this world. It's so important to us, and we're just honored to be a part of it. We look forward to hosting those finalists here in Nashville and welcome them to Music City and hearing all their great songs that they write. Thank you.
Thank you so much from this end as well to Dina Ivey. Now, we are going to be speaking in just a couple of moments, aren't we, to the Mayor of Nashville.
We are.
But first of all, in the host city, of course, for today, we are going to be inviting onto the stage our Mayor, which, of course, please give a huge round of applause to our Mayor, Joanne. Please come and join us on the stage. Now, do you know what's been lovely the whole time through that? Every time I've glanced at you, you're just beaming to be involved with this.
It's absolutely lovely to watch and hear people speak and the history of where this has come from. You know, it's Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK this week from the 9th to 15th of May, and what a fantastic initiative to be supporting. You know, COVID was difficult for lots of people, but I imagine for artists and creatives who get so much from working with audience, it's been really, really difficult during the period. So what a fantastic initiative. I'm so proud to support it.
And the thing is as well, we've had so many like dealings now, and you've been obviously getting together. They've worked so closely with you, and I just think it's going to be such a great thing for the artists, as you say, for the city as well. I mean, how do you feel about linking it with Nashville?
Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? You know, Liverpool is a city of music. You know, we're a UNESCO World Heritage City. Last week I had a Liverpool Against Racism Festival. Some artists here today, Nee Maxime from Lymph and Peter from The Farm, played last week at the event, and it was just a whole day of music, and the city was engaged and loved it. The exciting part is the relationship we're now going to build with Nashville. I'm so excited about it.
And even ahead of this contest, I think the relationships will continue for many years, and that's a great thing for any council, you know, from here to be able to build relationships like that for the future too. And I just think the whole fact that coming along, the whole sort of the eyes of the world are going to be on Liverpool, looking at once again for season 2 of the Liverpool International Song Contest.
No, that's amazing, but I think we're used to it now, aren't we? We
certainly
absolutely love
are.
it. Nice nod to the Beatles there, who we're very proud of course. But actually, building relationships as a city with a city like Nashville, we are really excited about. We're looking to make long-term friendship, and what better way to start?
And I think it's great to put Liverpool sort of back on the map. We all know right across the pandemic, every city in the world, every person in the world being affected. And it's just one of those things, you know, like Shamenda says, with kindness, with finding time for people. I think it's really made us realise, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to going to Nashville. The kindness of our city that Danny mentioned, and, you know, the kindness that has been shown right throughout this contest. And just the ideas behind it have been amazing. But yeah, looking forward to being able to share a message of love and hope.
We're going to be getting matching cowboy hats.
Oh, right, of course.
Now then, I think we are ready if you'd like to stay on the stage, because it would be nice if you could have a little chat to him. We are going to cross over once again, sorry if I'm stood right in front of the way, to John Cooper, hopefully, who is the Mayor of Nashville. And I think he's going to come along and speak to us over there. So can we give him a big cheer this end?
Hello, Mayor. How are you? And thank you, Claire, for the introduction. I'm so happy to join so many of you here at our great Musicians Hall of Fame and Museum to kick off the Liverpool International Song Contest, the road to Nashville. Wow, just a global presence. Now, thank you, Mayor Anderson of Liverpool, and it's so great to be with you. I look forward to seeing you in person. Now, for the very first time, two mayors are collaborating on a global level initiative to highlight music and mental health awareness. And I'm pleased to join the Liverpool City Council. And I want to thank our own great Jeff Syracuse of our City Council, and also Dr. Talwar and Anna Pryor, and Ian Ayre, CEO of Nashville SC. We're getting a little bit more than just music here. We're getting some great soccer, great football too. Chris and Talisha Cobb and Dina Ivy, and a special thanks to TUFF, the Unity of Faith Foundation. They're the bridge of unity between Nashville and Liverpool, and music is in Nashville's DNA. You can't walk down the street without encountering a friendly smile or world-class music. But 2 years ago, the pandemic hit Nashville, and Music City was temporarily silenced. Now we're back and we're louder than ever. But the human and emotional recovery has been difficult. For example, we have seen an increase in the cases of depression within our entertainment industry. And quite sadly, our community recently lost the globally renowned, multi-talented Naomi Judd to mental health illness. And last year, there were roughly 20,000 songwriter survey submissions from 28 countries, and the survey included questions about the support that these artists received and what they're going to need in the future. And of those submissions, hundreds indicated that they would like access to mental health professionals or a life coach. This is a real issue for a lot of folks in this industry, all industries, but let's not exclude this industry. Some might feel embarrassed to talk about it, so I'm grateful that Nashville and Liverpool are shining a light on this topic and coming together to combat the stigma often associated with mental health. As Mental Health Awareness Month continues, I hope that this contest will be a way that cities can make a positive impact to support the many songwriters and musicians around the whole world, and in Nashville too. This can save lives. Good luck to our contestants. I am looking forward to seeing the performances in October. It's going to be great. Thank you all, and thank you for this great initiative, and thank you to the City of Liverpool. So great to have the road come to Nashville. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. It sounds so much more exciting when he says it, doesn't it? The road to Nashville. Now then, I think now has come to the point where we are going to invite yet more people onto the stage, and they're going to do the same thing over in Nashville, because we're going to invite some of our partners onto the stage to do the official handover this afternoon and the official launch. So would you please join me on stage? We've got Dan, we've got John Keats, we've got Kev, and we'd also like to invite Nee Maxine to come and have a little talk to us as well. Don't drop that now, John, will you? Nee, could you just come down here just for a moment, just have a little chat with us? So obviously one of the things that we've touched on this afternoon is the importance of the competition. We'll move along a little bit so Dan doesn't fall off the end. We've talked about the importance of the competition because of the mental health sides of things. Tell us a little bit, as an artist, what it was like for you during the pandemic.
It was really, really challenging time for me. I think I was forced to confront things that I hadn't had the chance to before that point, and just being in lockdown and everything stopping, I just had to sit with my feelings, and it was really, really hard. And there were times where I just thought, I give up. I don't want to be here anymore. And songwriting became a real healing tool for me, and it's completely changed my life. And being in the city and having the support from organisations like Lymph Academy was just life-changing. And
so for you, the likes of TUFF, you know, the work that they've done with everybody, how much of a difference you know that would have made to you during the course of it? And they're helping so many others, aren't they?
definitely, yeah. I think, you know, any sort of program that offers mental health support, I think is absolutely key, specifically to artists, because we feel things so much more deeply than the masses, I think. So I think what TUFF are doing is amazing, and I hope to be part of it next time.
Now then, how are we doing over there on the stage? Are we going to get everybody up there? Are they all going to join you on stage?
Hi, Claire.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm great. It's lovely to hear a Liverpool accent for the
Isn't
day.
it just, girl?
I know. I'm feeling very homesick.
Oh.
But I'm going to thank some of the partners that are involved here on this end. I'd like to ask Angela Smith and Jay McDowell, who work here at the Musicians Hall of Fame. As you know, Joe Chambers and Linda Chambers have hosted today. So thanks, guys.
Thanks for doing this here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here.
They've just been absolutely incredible. And I'm going to have to put my glasses on now. Hold on. Next is Chris Cobb, who is going to be hosting the final for us at his legendary venue, the Exit Inn.
Thank you. Thank you, Siobhan. It's such an honor to host songwriters from all over the world here in Nashville at our very own Exit Inn for such an important initiative, especially right now during Mental Health Awareness Month.
And you know, we chose the Exit Inn because it had to be the history of rock and roll for Nashville. And the Cavern Club was chosen last year for that reason, because of our four boys. And we feel the same way about the Exit Inn.
Thanks. Yeah, it's an amazing connection. You know, both of these small independent venues were started for different reasons than rock and roll. Cavern Club is a jazz club, and Exit Inn here in Nashville is a seated listening room, but you know, they both found their own and became world famous through rock and roll, and we can't wait to host.
Well, I think John Lennon wanted us to do it there, so that's why we picked it. Thanks, Chris. Next, I'd like to thank someone who couldn't be here today, Shannon Sanders from BMI, who is sponsoring the stage for the final at the Exit Inn. Thanks, Shannon. He's at his BMI Songwriters Conference at the moment. And then I'd like to ask up Harinder Bath and Dr. Wendy Dougal, because they are here. They've come all the way as representatives of TUFF. It's the TUFF USA Chairman and Vice Chairman. Thanks for coming, girls.
Thank you, Nashville, for hosting us, and we're very excited and looking forward to this competition. Thank you.
Yes, we're very, very thankful that we're here, and we're grateful for Nashville, and we're looking forward to everything that's going to come along.
Thank you so much, ladies, for coming. I also want to thank Pam Lewis at PLA. Come on, Pam. You and Mark Logston have done a wonderful job of getting the word out about this wonderful initiative.
All of you for the support. Now, I will tell you, I love Liverpool. I was part of a music delegation a couple of years ago, and I just love it. I can't wait to go back. And I just got permission to read something really quickly. Oh, you didn't? Okay, sorry about that.
That was Siri.
That was Siri. Okay, so Ed Hill, who some of you probably know who he is, a very famous songwriter, he texted this to me at 3:03 Friday. Pam, just thought I would pass this along because it touched me so much. I played some of my songs for an out-of-town crowd of people at 3rd and Lindsley last Saturday afternoon. When I was done, a couple from Pennsylvania came up to me with tears in their eyes. They said, my song, Find Out Who Your Friends Are, saved their son's life. He was going to commit suicide, and right before he did, he heard my song and didn't go through with it. They had me write him a note, and he couldn't believe that they met me. It was a moment that certified why I do this. No money in the world is worth more than that to me.
Thank you for sharing that, Pam.
It's particularly appropriate being Mental Health, Mental Illness Month. So anyway, thank you so much. Come and visit this amazing museum. Everybody come here. It's so incredible. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Pam. And it really does, Claire, it really does highlight how a song can be so important and supporting musicians in this.
It certainly does.
On that note, I'm going to ask up the captain of our judging panel for the final in October, Jeff Cohen. Come on up, Jeff. Jeff is a 6-time BMI award-winning songwriter, Grammy nominee, board member of NSAI, also does a bit of decorating. I don't know, I mean, you've got so many accolades.
I just keep myself busy. We're very honored to be a part of this, and thanks for asking us. And we have a great group of judges who are going to be from all different parts of the industry, and we're going to announce. We're going to be announcing them over the next few months, so kind of slowly doing that. And this is such a wonderful cause. We're really happy to be able to help out.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm really glad that you're involved.
Can I just ask a little bit from over here in Liverpool? Perhaps this could be a good point to find out what the judges could be looking for.
Well, I don't think we've expanded on that yet, Jeff, have we?
Well, no, I mean, I think anytime you're judging a great song contest, you're looking for a lot of different aspects of the song. I mean, everything from the heart, from the strong lyric, to the melody, to just how it makes you feel. And I think you just have to trust your instincts on what hits and what connects.
Thank you so much.
I'd like to throw in a quick thank you as well to someone who's been so important, Sarah Johnson of SAE Institute, USA. She has been a huge thing in this whole running of the technical side, and also Sumit Mahawar, who has had it broadcasting on Facebook Live for us. What a brilliant job, Sumit. Thank you. And then really exciting, I can bring up one of my mates, Alyssa Bonagora, who is a very successful recording artist here, Claire, but she went to LIPA.
Oh, right. Liverpool born and bred talent.
All right, babes, my Liverpool people. You guys, I spent 3 years from 2006 to 2009 going to college at the Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts, and got to meet Paul McCartney when he gave me my diploma, so that was pretty cool. But I just want to say that the Nashville-Liverpool connection it's been long-standing. And when I was over there, I have never felt more at home by the Liverpool people and everybody there. You're combining two magical cities, two of the biggest musical cities, but two magical cities because music is at the heart of both of them. And this is one of the most amazing things that you guys have done. So I'm just so excited for Liverpool and Nashville and the road to Nashville.
Well, I remember seeing this girl after a high school graduation at Father Ryan High School here in Nashville, singing at a bonfire party. And I said, Lovey, you need to get yourself to Liverpool.
Well, because this is all about mental health, I wrote, one of my biggest songs of my career was written in Liverpool. It was called I Make My Own Sunshine. And the reason I wrote that song was because I was going through a tough time being far away from my family, and mental health is everything for us. This is such an important month, but this is such an important cause, and a song can change your life. and it can change your perspective and it can change your mental health in an instant. So I'm really grateful that you guys are doing this.
Thank you, Alyssa. And so my final guest, Claire, to thank is our ultimate literal Liverpool to Nashville connection, Ian Eyre, who is now running Nashville Soccer Club.
Hey, Siobhan.
Hi, Ian.
Hey.
You got
Hey,
a
Claire.
huge cheer there, Ian.
Great to see everybody. You know, it's really interesting. I've been here 4 years now, and sport and music are so similar, and Liverpool and Nashville are so similar. I know that having run both football clubs, Liverpool Football Club 10 years and here for 4 years, that you need two things for music and for sports. You need an energy in a city. Both cities have that. And you need people that really show the love, and both cities have that. And here we are, and I'm loving Nashville. I'm the new native here. And it's great to have somebody beside me who can help me translate for everybody. But really, great work. This is such a giving city, as is our hometown. And really excited to see something else from Liverpool come here.
Oh, thank you so much for coming down this morning, Ian. Thank you. And that's it from us, Claire.
Okay, we'll hand over to here and I'll let you know who we've got here. But I just want to say, give them a huge round of applause. Go on. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. I want to send a massive thank you to everyone here at the British Music Experience. You really have pulled out all the stops this afternoon. It's a fabulous venue. Thank you to all the staff. Thank you to our amazing sound crew who have managed all of this. Can you give them a huge round of applause? And also, he didn't know I was going to talk to him, but I was going to just speak to Kev because I thought he's going to end up being the only person on the stage I've not spoke to, and I can't have him feeling left out. Kev McManus, come on, tell us a little bit what it feels like to be involved in this huge thing. I mean, how big was it last year? And look at it now.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant last year, but obviously I think, it's just what Alyssa said before. I think both cities have got music right at the very heart of them. I think this opportunity to link Liverpool and Nashville together is amazing, and I think the contest, anything that offers an opportunity for young musicians is brilliant. I mean, Nee's on one of our programs, the Lymph Academy, and she's going to go on to great things, but people need those little opportunities. And then, as we touched on, the support around mental health is vital in these times. So yeah, I'm dead excited, and hopefully I've always wanted to get to Nashville, so maybe I will this time.
That's going to be one rowdy plane, isn't it, with us lot on there. Now then, we are going to hand over, we are getting to the point of officially launching the Liverpool International Song Contest, and there is nobody better to tell us a little bit more about why this microphone is so important. Now, come on, he's last but not least. Let's have a huge cheer for John Keats.
Thank you very much. I'm John, one of the directors, the music director of the Cavern Club. We were very proud last year to get involved with the contest and with the charity. It was a huge success, and we're here again. I'd just like to say hello to Siobhan, by the way, who's over there. Hopefully you're still there, Siobhan. We grew up in the same road together. We grew up as kids together, so hello, Siobhan. This microphone is a Reslo microphone, and it's a very important piece of Cavern memorabilia. In that, about 10 years ago, a friend of ours, a music producer in New York, was in a store, a music store that he went to quite often, and they'd literally found 100 of these Reslo microphones behind a panel, which sounds like a fib, a lie, but it's true. And they date back to 1961, and these are the actual microphones that the Beatles did use, and all the other artists in the Cavern in the early days. So this is a symbol of the Cavern, and going right back to the Fab Four, to John, Paul, George and Ringo in the Cavern. Now, they played 292 times in the Cavern, and they very much put the Cavern on the map, and after that, everybody has played the Cavern right up to now. But we always say, Claire, at the Cavern, it is about the past, and we do celebrate that, but it's about the present, and it's very much about the future. And this, I'm just delighted that you will be handing this over virtually, because this does represent, from our point of view, the future of the next generation of songwriters. So we're delighted to hand this over to Nashville. I shall give you the microphone, I think.
That's a hard job, making you juggle them both. That was mean of him, wasn't it? He could have held the mic for you.
Look, I'm so excited and honoured to be able to pass the baton over to Nashville. The road to Nashville for October 2022. I can't wait. Thank you, everybody.
So Claire, what we'll do is, Claire, we have Mayor John Cooper here and Dina Ivey from Nashville CBC. So Mayor Joanne Anderson, I'm going to get Mayor John Cooper to basically say a few words for receiving this virtual mic, which we'll bring over in July.
You're bringing it over in July. It's coming to the right spot to Nashville and Liverpool. We love you. We're excited to see you on to the road to Nashville. And Dina, a word?
We're just so excited, and we can't wait to have all the contest winners here and to be able to just show everyone how great Nashville is and that we welcome them to this city.
And show our love on to our great future. And so good to see you, Liverpool. Two great cities.
Thank you.
All right,
thank you, Nashville. Well, there we go, the official launch of the Liverpool International Song Contest 2022. It is the road to Nashville. I would like to thank everybody on this stage because I'm going to be bringing the winner of last year's first contest. He's going to be coming on the stage. Not quite time for us to hand over his tiara yet, is it? He's got another few months. He is literally, I want to talk a little bit about him before he joins us. Guys, I don't know whether you've seen James perform. He is the coolest cucumber you have ever seen. I've never seen anyone more at home on a cavern stage. He just rocked up. He was so laid back. He looks great. The story behind his song, I don't want to go too much into the disability that obviously James has. I had no idea, and I think it was great because there's nothing worse than somebody thinking, this is the reason why I've won, this is why that's happened. He won because he is possibly one of the most talented people I have ever encountered, with a sound, like the way he can feel music is like nothing I've ever seen. So I would think everyone on this stage would like to join me, and everyone in here, to close this, the fantastic winner from last year. It is the wonderful James Holt.
Hello, Liverpool. And hello, Nashville. Okay, I'm gonna play my winning song from last year. It's called "Make My Day," and I actually wrote this during the first lockdown in 2020, and for me it was actually like a way. I've always felt that music was a way of me kind of expressing myself, but also kind of allowing me to kind of drag myself out of kind of dark periods of my life. And lockdown, I think, was for many artists quite a dark period. And I actually wrote this song kind of for that reason. And it's quite nice how it sort of, everything kind of revolves back round in a circle, and now this new competition is going to be about like mental health and drawing attention to that. So yeah, I hope you like it. As I lay on the wall, I've never felt as safe and reassured than when I see you standing by my side. What a way, what a fine way to make my day. It's wonderful to hear you say there's nowhere else that you'd rather be. I don't mind, you can go. There's a world outside your window, but I'm glad you choose to spend your time with me. What a way, what a fine way to make my day. I never assumed you'd wish to stay and help me bear the strain, but it's wrong and it's cruel to lay my words on you. I'm ashamed, I'm a fool treasure. You can turn my pain to pleasure. You're the one who gave me cause to go on living. What a way, what a fine way to make my day. How can I ever repay the life you gave away to make my day? What a way to make my day. What a way to make my day. What a way to make my day. Thank you. Oh.
I've got a very good voice, but can I just say again, what an amazing performance by James. And Dan.
Here it is.
See, that's why when you've got a big mouth and you shout like that. James, it's great to have him performing once again. It's just, and it's one of those songs that you just feel like you've heard before because you sing along to it straight away, don't you?
It really is, and I think James last year when he was working on his song and kind of come forward through the contest, it was such a breath of fresh air. He really is. He's so inspiring, and I think it's kind of it reflects so many artists in the industry, doesn't it, James? I think obviously you've just now hit, since winning the contest, gone to 1 million streams, which is incredible, and that's just kind of testament to your talent as a songwriter. But I think it is, and I think, you know, obviously you winning and going on and talking about your story can inspire so many more other people as well. So amazing, yeah. Thank you so much for coming forward, James.
Thank you for inviting me back and having me perform again. Yeah. Thank you.
Pleasure. And can I just say a really quick thank you to the SAE team in here as well from SAE Liverpool, who've been incredible in putting this production together. They really have. And Paul from Innobella Media, they've been absolutely amazing working together. So the first people we've kind of united is a campus in Liverpool and a campus in Nashville, and together the students have delivered what I think has been an incredible production. So thank you, guys.
And before we go anywhere, a massive thank you to Dan, because I don't think he slept for about 3 weeks running around organising everything. Just if anyone wants anything for socials or anything like that, can you just let people know again how they can enter?
Yeah. So if you want to enter the song contest, it's tuff.earth/Road to Nashville. And if you go onto Facebook or Instagram, it's Liverpool International Song Contest 2022. And we look forward to receiving your entries. Yeah, see you in Nashville.